Sheriff Stephen J. Oh, hi, Mr. Dill. Now, before you ask, no, we don't have any food prepared here right now. Matter of fact, I just got back from the world up above through the wheel of time, and I got back just in time for the Children's Corner. When I'm sitting around with my homework all done and there's nothing to do, I call all of my friends, they don't answer the phone. Where have they gone to? Where do you go?
We're gonna go to the Children's Corner. Where do you go? We're gonna go to the Children's Corner. Where do you go? We're gonna go to the Children's Corner. Where do you go?
Admit to his plan. Hi everybody, and welcome to the town of the Children's Corner, located in the world of the magical couch. I'm Sheriff Stephen J., the Sheriff of Sauch County. And you caught me typing up an escape report. That's right, Black Bart is at it again. I had received an anonymous phone call telling me that Black Bart was planning to commit a train robbery. Why would he even want to commit a train robbery? I mean, I don't think he has what it takes to commit a train robbery, number one. But whatever made him think that he would be able to even commit a train robbery? That's the question.
Okay, boys, I think I have this train schedule thing all figured out.
Gibran, you're a cheat. R2. I know a cheat when I see one.
Hey, knock it off, you two. Hey, Gutless, you're getting just as bad as One Eye. You know that Gibran has unique card playing skills? Now pay attention. I think I have this train robbery thing all figured out.
But Bart, shouldn't we wait for One Eye?
One Eye went into town. He won't be back to the 10 hideout for quite a while yet. Which reminds me, so do I. What did he say?
He said what?
Okay, tell me something, Gutless. Why does he take so long to say one word?
Because he stutters.
Yeah. Oh. All right, well, anyway, remember that little incident last week with the chicken?
Yeah, that's the one he stole.
Yeah, anyway, Judge Hangam sentenced me to 2 days for that little incident. But the sheriff has this unique program right now. It's called work release. Okay, here's how it works. You go to jail, but then he lets you out of jail to go do your job as long as you promise to return to the jail after your job is done for that day. I told the sheriff that I'm working nights. But what the sheriff doesn't know is that my job is actually planning this here train robbery. All right, so this morning I got to go back to jail to finish out my sentence.
What about the plan?
Okay, well, here's the plan. As soon as I get out of jail, I'll meet you over at the saloon where we'll be talking about what we're going to do from there. Okay? I got to tell you, boys, this train robbery, this is going to be our biggest payoff yet.
Morning, Ned.
Oh, morning, Sheriff.
It's a nice day for a train ride.
It's a beautiful day. And looking at the time, it's the 10 o'clock is coming right on time. I like it when things go smoothly.
Yeah, speaking of smoothly, you know, that anti-robbery system you put on all your train cars is working rather nicely.
Rather nicely indeed. As a matter of fact, it's working so nicely you won't be able to fill up your jails anymore because they'll all be in jail.
Not a problem. That just makes Judge Hangham's job a whole lot much harder. He'll just have to convict those robbers a lot faster and get them out of our jail, after a fair trial, of course.
A fair trial, of course. As you know, Judge Hangham has a 100% conviction rate, so I think that all those robbers are going to be out of our hair before you know it.
All I can say is you gotta be a fool to try to rob one of your trains. Yeah, well, so I picked him up for questioning, had him over to the jail, and now he's gone. He escaped, and I don't understand. It's not like we were holding him on a crime or anything, yet. Just for questioning. Sometimes a man just doesn't think. When you're tempted to do a wrong, just stop and think. A second isn't very long to win the fight. From wrong to right, just stop and let your conscience see the light. Think, just think. Each time you wanna be bad, just stop and think. Real hard. Do you wanna make people sad? It's not good for you or other people too. Just stop and think what you're about to do. When I'm alone and my parents aren't home and my homework's not done, but I want to have fun, I know what is right as my friends ride their bikes, but I put my books away and I sneak out to play. Stop, because maybe, I'm telling you, maybe. Stop, think, because maybe that's not the right thing to do. Just stop and think. Think! Look temptation straight in the eye, and you will learn. No! Experience will teach you why that wrong is wrong and right is right. Don't give in to bad peer pressure and lose the fight. Think! Just think! When I'm at school and the day seems alright, but at lunchtime I see the school bully in sight. He grabs at my wrist as he makes a big fist. My jaw gets real tight, this mean boy I shall fight. Stop, because maybe, I'm telling you, maybe. Stop, think, because maybe that's not the right thing to do. You have to think. Think! Hold back with all your might and realize, no, two wrongs never make a right. To win the fight, from wrong to right, just stop and let your conscience see the light. Think! Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking, doing all that escaping. Yeah, he's only being held for questioning anyway. It wasn't like a crime or something had been committed. Yet. Of course, it could be a conspiracy if the information was true. But at any rate, for you out there who are kind of wondering, what is an escape exactly? Well, I'll tell you. It is, and you guessed it, a Letter Chef word of interest. Escape. E-S-C-A-P-E. Meaning to break free from confinement or control. Escape. And that's exactly what he did. He broke out of the cell number 1 out of his confinement, and I don't know where he went, but I'll be getting a posse here pretty quick, and we'll be going after him. And we'll find him. He's out there somewhere. And speaking of cell 1, that reminds me of a place in the world up above. I was just there recently. And you might remember when I was up there a while back, I was in a place called Maui, Hawaii. And I showed you a trip, a whale watching trip.
My name is Debbie, and my favorite thing out here when we're watching the whales is a mugging. And what a mugging means is whales come to the boat and interact with the boat. So they'll come to the boat, they'll spy hop next to the boat, they'll go under the boat, circle the boat, spy hop next to the boat, and they are truly interacting with the boat and the people on the boat. That's when you know how smart these animals really are. And when we get muggings, they can last upwards of an hour, hour and a half, where they don't leave the boat.
And I was in a place called Whalers Village, and they had a place called the Maui Escape Rooms. And they would give you puzzles and clues. They'd lock you in a room, and these puzzles and clues that they would provide, you kind of figure them out, and you had an hour to solve them, and they would tell you how to get out of that locked room you were in. And they put me in cell B, yeah. Yeah. Thing's broken. Get out of here. Can't figure this out. I don't see any clues. Oh, I'm in cell B. Yeah. He said that I have an hour to try to figure out how to get out of here. I don't feel comfortable. It's been at least an hour. Oh. Hello? Hello? Anybody out there? Oh. Just a minute. Back in snag. Dang it. Oh. Hello? You said an hour. I've been here over an hour. Come on, I'm uncomfortable in here, man. I'm the sheriff. I can't figure it out. It's been over an hour. Anybody out there?
What's going on in here?
Well, you told me that I only had to be in here for an hour to figure out the puzzle to open the doors. I can't figure it out. I can't find any clues. I'm stuck in here. I feel kind of uncomfortable in here. And you told me I have an hour to do this. It's been over an hour.
No way, man. It's only been 5 minutes.
Oh. Well, it seems like it's over an hour. Well, I did have to do that one thing. That took some time. Anyway, but the point is, I tell you what, because I'm the sheriff, man. I can't be in here. I tell you what, why don't you and I, like, after you let me out of here, like, go to the other room and you can tell me all about these rooms and maybe you can help me out so if I ever do this again or try it, I'll be able to get out of here.
Sure, we can do that. You remember the red emergency exit button right there, right?
Oh, that button?
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, just press that button, releases the magnet, you can get out for any time you want.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, let's
That's
go.
great. I'm glad we don't put these in our jail. Put my belt on. It's falling down. Gotta lose some weight. Yeah. Oh. I had to take my belt off, you know. I was cheating is what I was doing. Couldn't help it. I couldn't figure out how to get out of there.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So anyway, your name again is?
My name's Paul. I'm the manager here.
Oh, Paul. It's great to meet you.
What was your name?
Sheriff Stephen J.
Oh, that's right. I saw the star.
Yes, I am the sheriff.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's a nice place you got here.
Thank you.
And this is
Maui Escape Rooms.
Maui Escape Rooms.
We got a beautiful location here in Whalers Village. You can see the ocean from here. Wonderful spot.
Yeah, you know, these rooms are pretty nice. And, you know, the one room you put me in to try, I was in cell B. It was pretty hard to room. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that's a tough one, the prison break.
That's what they tell me. That's what you just told me. But I know I could have done that. I had more instruction.
And we're here to support you as well. You could have called us for a clue, or we could have sent in a clue on the TV.
And I could not escape.
And some tough puzzles out there.
Okay, let's talk about these rooms. Okay, they're puzzles you were saying. All right, so how many rooms do you have here?
So we've got 4 adventures here. Yeah, each one has a different objective and a different level of difficulty and different capacity in there. We've got our Nikola Tesla room,
Okay.
Tesla's inheritance.
That's one.
Yep. Next one is our Kapuka military bunker.
Kapuka.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then next one after that is our prison break, which one? And
Oh,
the
that's
you
one.
got
Yeah,
stuck
that's
in.
the one I got stuck in. That's 3.
And then our most difficult room is our pirate ship.
Pirate ship.
Yep.
Now that sounds intriguing.
Yeah, that one's a tough one, sailing across the seas.
Well, why don't you tell me about the Tesla room, a little bit about that room.
Sure. Nikola Tesla room, set in the 1940s. You're looking for a missing patent, an invention that he had.
Wait.
Yeah, the great inventor.
I know a little bit about him.
Oh, okay.
He was a mechanical and electrical engineer,
Totally, yep.
and he was a futurist, but he's best known for his contributions to the design of the modern alternating current, or AC, you know, in the electrical. We get ours from, we have a dam behind it. Never mind. But anyways, I know he experimented with a series of inventions in the 1910s and 1920s, and he had different degrees of success. And I know he did spend most of his money doing this. And he lived in hotels, and he had unpaid bills, and he actually died in New York City in January 1943. But in the meantime, while he's going through all this, he obtained, I think, around 300 patents worldwide for his inventions. And you know, some of his patents, they're not accounted for. And some people have actually found some of his patents in archives, in patent archives.
That's right, you're actually looking for one of those lost patents in this escape room. You know, that's the object of that room. You gotta find one of those missing patents.
Well, that's pretty cool. So what is in this room?
So it's a 1940s setting. In this room, you're looking for that missing patent. It's worth billions and billions and billions of
Billions.
dollars. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's worth finding. But he had an elaborate series of puzzles that you have to work your way through in order to find that patent, so...
And what do you, and then so to find these puzzles, I mean, you have objects in the room, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what kind of objects are in the room?
Sure, any day, everyday objects. You know, you got your costumes from that period, 1940s,
Yeah.
steampunk kind of
Yeah.
feel to it. There's an antique phone in there. We got a typewriter in there. Shelves, you know, your Bibles in there, your statues, candles, you name it.
What? Wow, that's a lot of stuff. And all these things tie in so that you can figure out the puzzles or whatever and get out.
Exactly. Each one may or may not help you along your way to find that missing patent.
And they all have that button to get out if you want to get out.
Yes, each one of those rooms has that red emergency exit button. Anytime you want to walk out, you just press that button. You can walk out safely.
Now, like the one I had that I forgot about, I guess, in the other room.
Yeah, the one in that prison, yep.
Yeah, in the prison break rooms. And all this stuff, you just kind of take it in and kind of, you know, figure out the clues, and you can get out.
Exactly.
So what's the other room you have?
Sure, the next difficult one, intermediate level, is our Kapuka military bunker.
And well, how did you get that name?
So in Hawaiian, Kapuka means the hole. Or,
The hole.
You know, and there's actually some military bunkers kind of similar to that over on Oahu, back from the old wars. And so somebody stumbled upon one of those, and we wanted to model an escape room after that.
Yeah, back where I come from, solitary confinement. That's known as a hole.
Yeah, can feel like that
Yeah.
in there sometimes.
Well, that sounds like a fun room to do.
That one's the next hardest. You're trying to defuse a fake bomb in under an hour. It's in the dark and it does have some loud noises. Everybody gets flashlights though, so it's cool.
What are the objects, you know, other objects in this room? You got flashlights and you're looking around and I don't know,
Sure.
to find clues to get out of it.
It's got everything a military bunker does. You got switches in there, you got a communications corner, you got military maps, bazookas, ammo cans, army jackets. You know, got some special effects in there as well. We got some flashing lights and some good noises.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And what kind of flashing lights?
Oh, we got, you know, your orange strobes, you got your red lights, your white lights.
And what makes the orange strobe go on?
It depends what you do. I'm not going to give those secrets away.
Ah, but if you do something right, the orange strobe goes off.
Exactly. Each time you complete a puzzle, there's usually something that indicates you're moving on to the next one.
And you can put the jackets on.
Totally. We encourage you to feel immersed in the situation. We want you to feel like you're really there.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
And what's your third room?
Sure. Prison Break, which you saw
Oh,
earlier.
yes, in prison. And tell me about it. I noticed there was things in there like the prison hat, for people. We don't actually give our people hats, but we do have the striped outfits. Do you provide like the black and striped, white striped like outfits like we provide?
You can bring those striped outfits yourself, though.
Oh. Well, I have some. If you ever want to borrow one, I'll bring some up from the world of the magical couch.
We might do that. We do encourage people to dress up on their way here. We've had a few birthday parties where they dress up in the orange jumpsuits or the black and white stripes. The other rooms have a few costumes to put on, but our Prison Break, we just got our hats in there. It's pretty spare in the prison.
And I noticed you had a desk and there was a chess set on it.
Yeah, we try to put anything in there that you might have in a real prison. We got some books in there, there's some graffiti on the wall, there's some prison rules, of course.
Yeah.
And then, we've got the chess set, some table. Now, the toilet's not hooked up, so we remind people not to use that.
Yeah, you keep telling me that. Now.
We do have, a couple of paper towel bins and sinks as well. Bunk
see.
beds if you want to take a nap.
I see. So, that sounds pretty exciting. I noticed there were 2 cells in there.
You got it.
I was in B.
Right.
Yeah. I probably could have figured out how to get out of A, but nope, you put me in B, the hard one.
Well, the interesting thing about this one is it takes a team. It really emphasizes communication and teamwork. So half the group starts in cell A, the other half starts in cell B. You have to verbally communicate because you can't see each other. You got to work your way out of the cells and then out of the prison itself.
Well, what if I'm having a problem? I need to contact you guys. Are you guys like check in once in a while to see what's going on?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sheriff. Actually, we have a communication line in the room so that you can call us if you run into any difficulties.
Really? And the last, and you say the hardest room is?
That's our pirate ship.
The pirate ship.
Yeah, start in separate locations. Half your team starts chained around the waist to some barrels. The other half starts in the brig.
Okay, so you got one group on one side by these barrels. The other group is in the brig. They got to find out how to get out, and they're working together. And then they get out, and what do they do after they get out?
Well, once they get out of those locations, they got to get into the ship's helm, steer the boat around, open up a bunch of treasure chests before they escape the ship.
And when they escape, what happens?
Oh, when they solve that last puzzle, the door pops open, they stream out to freedom. And you only have 60 minutes to do it, so you got to work pretty quickly through all those puzzles.
And meanwhile, they got the timer going off. Like in all the rooms, you got the timer up. You can look up and see how many minutes you've been in there.
Exactly. And that adds a little bit of pressure after you start seeing that time wind down, get under 10 minutes, you start to get a little frantic.
I was getting frantic. I think your timer's off in the jailbreak room.
It runs a little fast in there?
Yeah, it runs fast.
I don't know.
Well, no, 5 minutes. I couldn't have been 5 minutes.
I don't know, Sheriff.
And what are these locks you have on the table here?
Yeah, so we introduce our directional lock to every group that comes in. Get to do a little warm-up puzzle in the lobby. A lot of people haven't seen those kind of padlocks, so we want to make sure they know how they work before they get into the escape room.
Well, then, neat-looking locks.
Yeah.
I like them.
Some groups have been doing so many escape rooms. We had one group in here, a guy has done 600 different escape rooms.
Really?
Yeah, he was like a machine, just working clockwork.
So you change these around every so often? Or how do you do that?
Sure, so our rooms stay the same. We usually have a room for about 1.5 years or 2 years, and then we put in a new adventure to keep the customers happy, keep them coming back.
Because you got to change it up because people figure out how to get out.
Exactly.
So it keeps changing.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do the same room again because you'd already know all the puzzles, all the answers.
I don't
it
know.
wouldn't be as fun.
I wouldn't mind doing the jailbreak after I knew how to get out because it makes me look smart. All right, well, it's great meeting you, Paul.
Sheriff, nice to meet you.
Very good, and thank you for allowing me to attempt to figure out that room.
Our pleasure.
I'll get it
Thank you.
next time, but put me in A because we know A is easier than B, and
That's
I
probably
did that
fair.
to the sheriff on purpose. I think you're playing games. But anyway, and and before I go, I want you to know that I think you need a plumber in cell B.
Sheriff,
And that's it. Gotta
Sheriff,
go.
I told
we'll
you
talk
that
to you
I
later.
wasn't
Okay, let's
hooked
go.
up.
Nice seeing you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, put me in cell B. I know I could have got a cell A. Well, at any rate, I better get back to this escape report and get it filed away, then go after Black Bart and get that all done. But I want to thank you for dropping by today, and I look forward to the next time we all get together. on the Children's Corner. Yeah, where was I? Okay. All right. Therefore, where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner.
Where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner.
Tell me, where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner.
Where do you go?
We're gonna go to the children's corner.
Just where do you go?